The newest project is back home. Step number one is let's get this thing unloaded. In all of our glory, here she is, the Takeuchi TL10. Before we even go over this machine, I gotta first back up and say, like, owning a track skid loader has been a dream of mine for forever. Number one, it's cool, it's awesome, it's on tracks, it goes pretty much anywhere. You push the lever and it pushes. A lot of attachments you can get for the front of these things, brush hogs, grapples, the whole 9 yards, forks, whatever you can think of, they probably make for this. Through my years of kind of having all this junk equipment, I'll admittedly call it junk, putting an absurd amount of time into fixing it up, being able to make it nicer, add some more value to it, and then traded the next one, and then traded the next one. To me, this is the first piece of equipment that I would consider nice and ready to use. Of course, we're still gonna make some improvements. These come at about 92 horsepower, and this guy is turned up to about 105 or so. It's got all the bells and whistles, starting with the hydraulic quick attach, meaning from the cab you can release and grab pins so you can drop this bucket, grab forks, all from within the cab. We don't have high flow, but we do have auxiliary hydraulics with the electrical connections as well. And being a 2014, this thing actually does have a decent amount of hydraulic flow. Everything on this thing is just so beefy. Inside the cab, we have a fully enclosed cab with heat and AC that works. So you have different power modes here. On the meter, she has 2,500 hours. Not really sure what the 14 means. Climate controls are over here. That is for your air conditioning fan. This is a hydraulic quick attach, so if you wanted to swap buckets, you would open this and push it to the left. You can choose different levels of hydraulic flow through the screen. You show if you want which hydraulic auxiliary flow you want, whether it's two-way or one-way flow. The accelerator pedal, like a regular throttle on a car, or you can just keep it wide open or wherever you want with the stick. Full cab, so yes, after we unlock that, we have a roll down front door, windshield wiper, and washer fluid for that. I'm not sure, I gotta find a manual and see what all these buttons do. I know some are auxiliary flow. I'm assuming one of these is 2-speed. There's more over on this joystick as well. From here, it's quite a view. It's just, compared to what I'm used to, there's so much mass on the front of this thing. It came within about 80-inch tooth bucket, so we'll have to find ourselves a smooth bucket to go with that. Tracks are probably on their way out. They have a little bit of life left in them, but I've never run a truck machine a whole lot to know if that's the point where they're gonna be useless or we need to replace them. It's got one heavy swing out door. One downside of these machines I do hear people talk about is the battery is just in a terrible spot. Yes, the radiator does swing out after you undo a couple bolts, but because of this hose, unless you take that out, it only goes to like right there. Everything on this thing is turnkey. The lights work, the hydraulics